Okay, Chaboni, my sheepes. Persian de Veni tu, TeddyGreyOnStuff. Today we have an English translation for tu UniKKatil, Kryt, Nalt, or Kryt, Nalt. Not sure what this track's about, so I'm excited to hear more UniKKatil, so I'm not going to waste anybody's time. Let's get into this. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go. Always excited to hear Victor. Let's go. They sound like those old bells.
Hello from the other side. Kom toka mo kryt gjithnat. Suksesi o ka pret jasht. Dile kape me dëshirë ma dhe nasht. Dil dëshmaje so ki kapacitet. Qysh e rrit dyher ma I fort sekret. Hejterat boni me pagu shtrejt. Mos jaro rojti tuat ka lumë në kitë shet. Me u bo ma puntor se tjerë.
Ooh, don't forget your roots because your past is sacred. So I'm guessing he's talking about Albanians in general. The way that you said, and how you grew up 2 times harder than the rest. Wow, okay, so this, it feels like another one of those sort of like underdog stories, do you know what I mean? Like a you can do it type story. Oh, when UniKKatil gets in that bag, like where he's being motivational on a track, this is the best. Because all you want to do is just listen, take notes. Going back.
Moje so ki kapacitet. Qysh e rrit dyher ma I fort sekret. Hejterat boni me pagu shtrejt. Mos jaro rojti tuat ka lumë në kitë shet. Me u bo ma puntor se tjerë. Me nejt I vërtet me u bo shambull jet. Prej tjerëve mos me prit po mi gra vet. Mi ndjek andra deri sot I nxe shkret. Bonu poet, shkrujet armën vet. TeddyGrey me vullnet, bonja vetë sa ma let. Mos e merr me siklet I vesh kthej.
I like there that he said, because obviously he's a writer, but also to say you got to work harder than the rest. To say become a poet and write your own fate. Like, so the fact that he's become a poet and he's become a writer, that's allowed him to get away from the street life that he knew and allowed him to basically create his own destiny. Do you know what I mean? All from the power of the pen.
Syt karet, krejt sanët vet, kameron vet. Kryt Nalt, kjo është veç fillimi. Lufta deri sa ti del timi. Hey, boni me pështyv merë. Le të din qim të norën se sa kiti fler. Nxerre ma të mirën prej vetës. Merre ma të mirën prej jetës. Nxerre ma të mirën prej vetës. Merre ma të mirën prej jetës.
Yeah. Kujtot kur jëm kon, më rreth që m'di shajke. Nështë ta ty kish nal, po mu motivo.
I'm sorry, I wasn't even ready for him to come in, and the fact that he didn't even like announce himself. Usually he says something like Katili, or he says something. Big Vic in the building. I don't give a shit. He says something, but this time it was just, yeah. Oh, smooth with it.
Merre ma të mirën prej jetës.
Yeah. Kujtot kur jëm kon, më rreth që m'di shajke. Nështë ta ty kish nal, po mu motivojke. S'ka se ma mirë se me plasin a qojnë.
Even in the first 2 bars, don't piss me off. I recall when I was surrounded by doubters. I recall the romanticism of just thinking about past times. Just the way that he puts it. Anybody else would have just said, I was thinking way back when, or I was thinking about a time when. I recall when I was surrounded by doubters. Bro, it's even poetic from the first line. Are you kidding me? What may have stopped some of you was just motivation for me. And the way that he delivered that line as well, it was almost like he was laughing through it. And the fact is, I know that it's only funny to him because he knows how much work he's had to put in order for that to have become motivation for him. Like the type of person that he is. He's had to work at that. And he knows how much work it is, and he knows that most people don't want to do that work. They're lazy. They don't want to do that work to work on themselves. So he gets to laugh because he's done the hard work. He's worked on himself. And now all that doubt is just motivation for him now. Let's go.
Yeah. Kujtohet kur jom kon, më rreth që m'di shajke. Nashta ty t'kish nal, po mu motivojke. S'ka se ma mirë se me plasin atë qorin. I kinal ata po, jo se prek Viktorin. Anë miku maj madh gjindet këtu m'kry. Kur e bind vetën, qep muj mu shi. Gjinja si unë jo, mërzin se dojnë, për fitore ka.
And that is exactly what I was just saying. But he just said it. The biggest enemy in here is inside your head. That's the biggest enemy. It's the worst, it can be the worst and the best thing for you. Your own head. Because, you know, you could be two different people looking at the same situation. You both look at it differently. It's how your mind processes it, you know. Convince yourself and the rest can fuck off. Like, you convince yourself that you're doing what's best by you. You convince yourself of that. You know that what you're doing is right. And you're doing the righteous thing always. You're doing the good thing always. You convince yourself of that. The rest can fuck off. It doesn't matter what they're saying. Oh, word. Spitting game. Do you know what pisses me off though? Like, I had to find like many different influencers to find these sorts of teachings. I had to find many different people, and whether they were people in real life or they were people online, like doctors and, you know, therapists and shit. I had to pull knowledge from all of these different people in order to gain the knowledge that I have now. And yet, you Albanians growing up, you had UniKKatil to just gift you all of this knowledge. I'm very jealous. Very jealous. I would have had my shit together a lot sooner if I'd have had UniKKatil. Trust me.
Yeah. Kujtohet kur jom kon, më rreth që m'di shajke. Nashta ty t'kish nal, po mu motivojke. S'ka se ma mirë se me plasin atë qorin. I kinal ata po, jo se prek Viktorin. Anë miku maj madh gjindet këtu m'kry. Kur e bind vetën, qep muj mu shi. Gjinja si unë jo, mërzin se dojnë. Për fitore ka ndashni, e për humbje jo s'menojnë. Edhe me ndodhen, nojher me hup. Du ta vet, gjithmonë mu këthy, ma fort m'ja fut. Jodos, tim rodos, shkurt është jet.
Bro, man, that's the realism. Like, it's going to take like 10-15 minutes to get just through UniKKatil's verse, but this is the realism of it. Got love for winning because losing isn't an option. But even if I do happen to lose at some point, all I've got to do is I've just got to get up and make sure that never happens again. It's the realism of it. Like, you can constantly think that you're on an uphill climb, but you have to have in your mental, you have to remember that it could all go wrong. You could lose it all at some point. You have to remember that. But then, as UniKKatil's done, you have to have that mindset of, okay, well, if it all does go wrong, I need to have a plan in place to be able to get back up to where I was and make sure that doesn't ever happen again. Again, man, it's these lessons.
Qep muj mu shi. Gjinja si unë jo, mërzin se dojnë. Për fitore ka ndashni, e për humbje jo s'menojnë. Edhe me ndodhen, nojher me hup. Du ta vet, gjithmonë mu këthy, ma fort m'ja fut. Jodos, tim rodos, shkurt është jetodos. Ndaq sti vajtoveq, une nuk kom kodos. Ka do që këshyr të han, ka një sahan. E ma mirë me shfrytzu këtë sen, sa t'kita kaq. Jeta po ike, s'muna me ble. Çdo ditë që e kam, duna me bo me vle.
Kryt Nalt, kjo është veç fillimi. Lufta deri sa t'i del timi. Hej, bani me pështyf ner. Le të din qim të nërën se sa kiti vler. Nxerre ma t'mirën prej vetës. Merre ma t'mirën prej jetës. Nxerre ma t'mirën prej vetës. Merre ma t'mirën prej jetës.
I like that.
Kryt Nalt, luftat. Hej, le të din qim të nërën se sa kiti vler. Nxerre ma t'mirën prej vetës. Merre ma t'mirën prej jetës. Nxerre ma t'mirën prej vetës. Merre ma t'mirën prej jetës.
Mad. Well, somebody actually told me that that was the the only video, like the only music video that UniKKatil has been a part of. So instantly I thought UniKKatil was going to be in the video. I'm not, you know, annoyed that he wasn't. I think the fact that he's managed to stay so hidden, so private, I think it's incredible. To say how huge of an artist he is, he's practically, you know, like the Jay-Z or the Tupac of Albania, and yet lives exactly the same as Tupac now. Peace. What a guy, man. Like I say, I had to pull all that knowledge from several different people, and you guys had Victor. Very jealous. However, I get to join in now, and you know, he's not saying anything that I don't personally know or that I haven't heard from other people, but the way that he puts it is completely different. And it's not just because it's in a different language either. It's the way that it's poetically told. Because it can only be from his point of view. Do you know what I mean? Like UniKKatil, he's not the sort of person that can write in like the third person. He's writing about himself, and he's writing from his own experiences, and that's why everything that he writes is so real, and that's why he can't be beat, because nobody can live the life that he lived, you know. So nobody will ever be able to tell it like that again. So cherish it while it's here. TeddyGreyOnStuff.